Hey everybody, welcome back to another video. Today we have Discover High Yield Savings Account on the menu. Is it a really good high yield savings account? Do the benefits outweigh the cons that I found when I was doing research? So we're gonna go over all those details in this video, and my goal here is to help you earn more money, achieve financial freedom and security. All right, so with those of you said, one of the most important features or parameters that we all like to look at when it comes to high yield savings account is, of course, the interest rate. That's the hook. That's what gets the attention. That's what makes us want to learn more about a certain organization. And in the case of Discover, I must tell you, it's not the highest one out there, but that's okay because I will tell you here in a second. So it's currently at 3.75%. And this has been coming down, as you guys may or may not already know. In case you are new to the world of high yield savings accounts, high yield savings account interest rates start going down when the Federal Reserve starts also decreasing their interest rates. So you're going to see that everyone, and absolutely everyone, is decreasing their interest rates by 0.1%, 0.2% steadily as the Federal Reserve, of course, keeps going down. And when it comes to the FDIC insurance, of course, Discover it's good when it comes to their FDIC. In case it goes sideways, you are insured up to $250,000. You can go up to $500,000. It really depends on how you structure your account. So it's $250,000 per account per depositor. So there are ways you can take this FDIC insurance all the way up to $1.25 million. I read a report from the FDIC not too long ago where they explain on how to make this happen. Now, when it comes to minimum deposits and maintenance fees, nothing. So Discover is good to go on that end. So this is the screenshot of the interest rate. And then here's obviously like no fees and the features that they offer. And this is the FDIC insurance that they're good up to $250,000. Now, a couple of other features that I personally find interesting and that I think are useful when it comes to choosing a high yield savings account is the access and, of course, how you can make deposits. Like personally, I like convenience. So when it comes to access, is the regular, of course, online. If you have a checking account, you do also get an ATM card, which becomes very convenient in case you need your money like right now, right? You can, if you have a checking account, then you can use your ATM. You transfer money from your high yield savings to your checking, and then you just go to the ATM and you just withdraw money, right? So that's a really cool feature that I personally find very useful. Now, when it comes to making deposits, there's multiple ways where you can put your money into this savings account. So you got the bank transfer, direct deposit, you can mail check, you can make an e-check deposit, so an electronic mobile, and I'm missing a K there. Also, you can even deposit cash. If you go to Walmart, you need at least $20 to make a deposit into your high yield savings account with Discover. So there's no excuse, right? There's no excuse when it comes to, oh man, I forgot to put money in my savings. I don't have access to my bank. So if you're not saving the most amount of money with this account, if it is for you in 2025, then there's other things that we need to work on, right? Now, here is one of the quote unquote drawbacks, downsides. This is really going to depend on how exactly how fast you want your money. If you want things now and you have that type of personality and you can't wait, then this may be a con, right? So when it comes to withdrawals, usually it takes about 1 to 3 business days for most organizations out there. That's what I've seen. That's what I've experienced. However, Discover does take 4 to 5 business days. So it is a little bit longer than usual. However, one of the things that I've learned with these organizations is that these numbers are fairly conservative. It may take 2 days, 3 days, but I think they give you 4 to 5 business days just so they minimize their calls to customer service. Or maybe it takes that long, so who knows? So if you are interested in learning more about this, if you have questions specifically about this, I suggest that you call customer service if you end up determining that Discover is the perfect bank for you. Now, when it comes to services, it's essentially a full service organization because it's got checking, savings, loans. Of course, the credit cards with Discover, they got a great program with one of their cash, I think is the Discover It, which is a great credit card for cashback. So I'm going to leave a link to that in the description if you are interested in that. And with that being said, here is a screenshot showing you how you can add cash. If you go to Walmart, you need at least $20 to do so. And a couple of other features, how I'm showing you here, the full service. This is straight from the website. Now, a couple of other things to consider, and these are the last things before I start putting everything together, is the history, the branding. Of course, Discover is pretty well known. Recently, they merged with Capital One. They're still going through the process. I believe it's not completely final, but they have been getting approvals to make that happen. So, of course, that's going to increase the network of ATMs. It's going to increase the stability of the company, at least from the outside looking in. That's what it seems like. So, Discover was founded back in 1985 by Sears, right? Rest in peace, Sears. And later on, it turned into Discover Financial Services. So it's been in business for a while, and it survived the Sears meltdown that's been happening over the years. And man, I remember going to Sears. Yeah, I remember in my local community, we had a Sears, and then we used to go there and walk around and find some deals. And man, nostalgia is a powerful emotion. All right, so when it comes to withdrawal frequencies allowed per month, they do have a withdrawal frequency limit of 6, which is pretty standard. Most banks out there currently are unlimited, but 6, it's okay, because how many times do you really withdraw money from your savings? And if you set up your process well, you automate your savings and you put it in a high yield savings account that it's no sight, out of sight, out of mind, then you are not going to need that many withdrawals. But if you do need more withdrawals, then there are other options out there that you can look into. And I made plenty of reviews here in the channel if you want to look into those. All right, so average reviews from NerdWallet. What is Bankrate saying? What is NerdWallet? So those organizations give them a pretty high score when it comes to savings. So NerdWallet 5 out of 5, Bankrate 4.2 out of 5. The customer service, of course, it is available from Discover. So in 1985 in Chicago, Illinois, and you can make up to 6 withdrawals or transfers per statement cycle. And here is the ratings from Discover and NerdWallet and Bankrate. Now I want to go over with you a couple of frequently asked questions that I get from making these videos. And the first one is, what if your chosen bank fails? Well, the straightforward answer is that if a bank fails, it would usually be bought by another bank, another institution, and your account will just transfer. Back when I was working at a bank, our small bank, got bought out by Toronto Dominion Bank, and very famous, right? TD Bank. All of our accounts were absorbed by the bigger organization. Now, one of the things they'll tell you is, nothing is going to change, just your account number. That's a lot of BS. There's a lot of things that are going to change, but of course, they don't want to scare the customer base. But at the end of the day, bottom line is somebody will end up giving you your money if it is insured, if it is within the insurance thresholds. That's why making sure that you meet these requirements is extremely important. So if no one buys the bank, then the FDIC insurance will step in. The Federal Deposit Insurance Corporation will step in and write you a check within a couple of business days. So in theory, of course, this is what happens. Sadly, over the last couple of years, we've been dealing with some bank failures here and there. And the truth is that I hope that you never go through this, right? I really hope that you don't. All right, another frequently asked question that I get is, Alex, how can I make the most of my savings? How can I save money fast? Are there any tricks that you follow? And I'm saying this as somebody who saved up to cash flow a car. Also, now I'm saving up for a house, and we're working very, very hard with my wife. Now, the best tip I can give you, and the one that I see everyone talking about and sharing, is automating your savings. That's going to make it more likely for you to do it. There's going to be less churn. It's going to be more efficient. And you don't even have to think about it. You spend literally probably like 15, 20 minutes setting it up once, and that's it. You literally just forget about it, and you just check it every couple of weeks, months, to make sure that you get that good interest rate. You're still getting the good interest rate, and that way you achieve your financial goals. Now, the last question I want to go over here with you is, do you have to pay taxes on your high yield savings? And the truth is, yes. Like, the government just goes like this at the end of every year and telling you, hey, if you earn some money, you got to give me my cut. So, but however, it's very simple. At the end of the year, your bank will give you a 1099 INT, and you can file it on your own if you do your own taxes. If you have an accountant, you can just give it to your accountant. It's super simple. It's really not that big of a deal. So if you earn $10 or more in interest in your savings account in 1 year, then your bank or credit union will send you a Form 1099 INT, and you will report your income for that year. So it's super, super simple. All right, so now let's start putting it all together when it comes to Discover. So we have the pros and the cons. Now, when it comes to the pros, here are the best features that are beneficial for Discover. So we have the 3.75 APY, which is pretty decent. It's competitive. It's still much better than keeping it at your local store or your local bank like Wells Fargo, Chase, Bank of America. This is a lot better, right? There's also no minimum deposit, no monthly fees. So that's amazing because you're not eating up on your earnings. They do have FDIC insurance, and they are a full service corporation, or I don't know if it's a corporation, but they're a full service organization. Now, of course, yin yang cons we have. I personally think the APY could be a little higher, but personally, and this is just me, I think because Discover is established fairly well already, it's a really big company. They don't have to offer the most competitive rates out there. It's not like they're trying to gain more customers. Like, yes, they offer it, but I think it's more so an additional feature that just brings customers in. Hopefully, they sign up with like 4 other features like credit cards, checking, etc. Now, the transfer window is a bit longer than usual. Like, it's 4 to 5 business days. Again, as I mentioned previously, this could be a pro or a con depending on how patient you are. And of course, there is no branch access. All right. So if you are interested in going to talk to somebody, then all you can do is just, hey, call customer service. All right. Now, keep in mind that every financial organization has good and bad reviews, but the key is to identify what is relevant to you, how recent the reviews are, and whether or not you want to choose them anyway. So there's no perfect organization. So that's extremely useful when it comes to, oh my God, I'm looking for anything that is a 5 out of 5 stars and it's got 10,000 reviews. Well, that's going to be impossible because not everybody's going to like you anyways. That's just what it is. All right. Now, the question for the $1 million. Would I recommend Discover to my mom? And this is a very tough question. I'm kidding. So yes, I would recommend Discover to my mom if she wants a basic savings and checking. Maybe she's interested in learning more about their cashback credit cards. So if she wants essentially a hub and she wants to establish a relationship with Discover or already has one, then this high yield savings account would essentially just be an extension of that. It would be convenient, right? I recently talked to a friend, and then he told me that he opened an account with Discover, even though they didn't have the highest APY available, because they were just easy and convenient because he already had their credit cards, and he was like, oh, it was just a no-brainer for me to just quickly open up a savings account and just had everything in one place. So, right. So it's convenience. It depends on how you run your finances. Also, they may increase their ATM access because they just partnered up with Capital One. So, of course, that's going to make them bigger and a little more stable. So, of course, it's not final as far as I know. I'm going to put a screenshot here. So, but it's definitely going to benefit Discover because they're technically the smaller company. Now, I wouldn't recommend Discover to my mom if she is looking for a bank with physical locations, if she wants to go talk to somebody, if she's a little old school. Sometimes there are like benefits to go and talk to somebody. Like, you don't have to just be waiting on the phone. Just go get in line and go talk to somebody. Capital One has that option, by the way, if you're interested and if you live near their locations. Also, if she wants the highest APY available, if she wants more features like investing or maybe robo-advisors, then there are other organizations out there that are much, much more suitable for you. So is Discover for you? If you are interested in opening an account with them, check the links in the description. And let this video, subscribe to the channel. Let me know in the comments your financial goals for this year. And if you want to make passive income online with YouTube, I'm going to leave a link in the description. Thank you guys for being here. Peace.